praises go up, the blessings come down. Good God! They booked the nicest hotels on the 59th floor, with the big wide windows with the suicide doors. Ain't no blood on my money, ain't no Twitter in heaven. I know them drugs isn't close, ain't no visit in heaven. I know the difference in blessings and worldly possessions, like my ex-girl getting pregnant and her becoming my everything. I'm at war with my wrongs. I'm writing 4 different songs. I never forged it or forfeited. I'm a force to be reconciled. They want 4-minute song. You need a 4-hour praise dance. Hi, good evening, everybody. It's great to be here, and it's just good to see all of you. And congratulations for getting this far in the process, for the Black Disruptor Accelerator XR Bootcamp. So today's our induction day, and we're going to be sharing a lot of information with you. So I would advise you to get your pens and your paper or your digital devices, whatever you use to capture your notes, because there's going to be some information that we're going to share today, as well as some information that will be sent to you by the end of tomorrow as well. So this induction day is with, I believe, just 10 of you, but there's going to be a further 22 people that's going to be joining us on the boot camp. So you get to meet 10 of the people here today. So we're just going to kind of go straight into it to explain about what it is. But if you have any questions throughout the time that we're speaking, if you just go on Slido, so use sli.do and enter the code 007734 to put your questions in so that we can answer your questions at the end of our presentation and at the end of today's induction day. So that is kind of pretty much that. So if we're going to put it in the chat as well. Thank you so much, Lowly, for putting that in the chat. So congratulations once more again. The process that we have had for this XR bootcamp is the first time we've run the XR bootcamp, and if I do say so myself, it's probably one of my favorite bootcamps already, because of the nature of the bootcamp. There's some exciting partnerships that we're forming, especially for this bootcamp, and also just being able to raise the percentage of 0% of Black women in XR, to and you guys being part of the people that are kind of pioneering that space is really, really great. So the process, we had applications, and then we've had an interview stage, and you've made it to this stage, and you get to be pioneers. And what that also means is that you get to be, if you want, be mentors for the next people that do this bootcamp again. So I just want to say congratulations. So just a little bit about us. So this bootcamp is run by Neo Network. Neo Network is part of an organization called Neo Enterprise, which was set up in 2018. We've got 2 arms, Neo Network and Neo Hair and Beauty. So we have a mission to break the vicious cycle of poverty for Black women by using tech to empower Black women in any way that we can. And we also want to use innovative tools as well. And we have regular events to empower women who look to progress their careers and develop their own business ideas. So we also hold other programs. One of our most popular programs or boot camps is the Black Coder Bootcamp. That's been very, very popular. But we're going to be running some stuff on entrepreneurship as well in August. And I know a lot of you are probably going to want to pick up the skill and then take it in and actually run your own games, run your own businesses, be your own bosses, which is great. And yeah, so we've got that bootcamp. We've also got a data analytics one, and we're working on a cybersecurity bootcamp as well. The exciting thing about Neo Network is that we're not just bound with in Birmingham. We're also expanding to other cities, Manchester, and also working with partners also around the country, and not just around the country, around the globe, because we are building some partnerships over in Africa as well, specifically Nigeria at the moment. So being part of this, you get to be exposed to a larger ecosystem that is not just our little Birmingham bubble or our little West Midlands bubble. Over to Taran to explain Taran 3D.
Hi everyone, my name is Taran, and I'm the director of Taran 3D. We're a 3D design agency. We've been running in Birmingham for the last 2 years, and I have a background in basically architectural visualization and VR design. So we've got a whole team of designers. What I will do is I'll just paste our web address so you can have a look later on and see the type of work that we've been doing. And we will be sort of delivering this program because we are experts in VR and AR development.
Awesome. So Taran 3D is going to be obviously our course tutors. And we're super excited to work with Taran and the team. We've been working super hard over the last couple of weeks or month or so on this program, and we're super excited to see how it's going to where it's going to take you and us. So without the West Midlands Combined Authority, we wouldn't have been able to run this boot camp. So they're the official main sponsor for this program, and they're also passionate about making sure that you can gain the digital skills and then get great jobs alongside it too. So for those that are not aware already, we don't just teach you how to to be a Unity developer. We actually help you to get a job or to become a freelancer as a Unity developer, depending on whatever path you want to take. Because we know that self-employment now is kind of favorable to a lot of people. We're going to talk about some of the jobs that you can get, and also some of the other opportunities as well. So over to you, Lali. You're muted, by the way.
That happens almost every day. As you can see, there are three of us in the core management team, myself, Ian, and Taryn, and we're also supported by a group of amazing, amazing people on both the Neo Network and Taryn 3D side who are supporting us and helping us make things happen. Next slide.
Sorry. So
So if you have a
sorry.
Sorry. I was going to say, if you have any questions so far, make sure you do head over to Slido. I think I did share that information in the chat. Next slide.
Okay.
The boot camp.
Yes.
So the skills on the boot camp will qualify you to work as a Unity developer in interactive applications, games design, AR, VR, and developer roles.
So essentially, as Taryn mentioned earlier on, it's going to be run by Taryn 3D, and they're highly skilled facilitators. So Taryn has done a lot of great applications for different charities, different companies, and I'm pretty sure the team is going to be super helpful in kind of getting you to where you need to get to as a Unity developer. The core content is aligned to Unity standards, so to industry specific roles as well to kind of increase your career prospects. And also we work with you to kind of get an opportunity to secure employment after the boot camp, and you get a qualification, so you become a Unity certified user at the end of the program. So you get to take an exam at the end of the boot camp. We provide you with all of the headsets as well, and you get to keep the headsets as well, so that you can continue to practice afterwards when the course is finished. Over to you, Laulu.
Okay, so the lessons will take place 3 evenings a week, and they will be 3 hour long lessons. So you'll be doing about 12 hours in 12 hours? No, 9 hours in total of lessons, and with additional hours on Saturdays for drop-in sessions. Also, we'll be holding bi-weekly or fortnightly empowerment days, and that is an opportunity to hear from professionals in the industry to get inspiration, advice on the sort of job roles you can get into, the sort of projects you can work on. And lessons would basically be a mixture of practical sessions, learning with slides and demonstrations, and breakout room exercises. As some of you have asked us previously, we have communicated that we will be having physical sessions. Like, we're coming out of lockdown, so it's definitely going to happen. And so what that means is that in the first 2 months, I believe, we'll be having Zoom sessions, and then we'll be moving into the classroom based on the curriculum, because it really, really does help when you're able to be there physically, demonstrate with the equipment, and also get that support hands-on as opposed to being virtual. So we are eager to get you in a classroom, and we'll be meeting in Zelig, which is very central in Birmingham, And we do actually provide transport support and childcare if you are going to be commuting from outside of Birmingham, but within the West Midlands.
Okay, so the boot camp begins on the 17th of May, so which is just under 2 weeks away. Exciting. So that's going to start off virtually, as Lauli has just explained, and then we're going to move into a classroom, I believe, a month afterwards. But we want to make sure that every single person on the boot camp is comfortable with that. We will put some COVID guidelines in place, and also ensure that we have the right things in place so that you feel safe, in an environment with everybody. Yeah, so super excited. Make sure that you're following all of the, make sure you follow Tyrant 3D, make sure you're following Neo Enterprise and Neo Network. And yeah, on all social media platforms, just keep in touch. We will be providing the starter packs by the end of tomorrow, and we will be sending you your social media, I don't know what's called, story template things. I don't know what they're called. Now, I probably has better words. So,
We'll be sending you your social media templates for you to let the world know that you're an official part of the boot camp. And also something we'll be letting you know about now, let me just drop this, that we are looking for you guys to document your journey on the boot camp, because it helps other people really understand and know about how you went through it and what you learned. So we'll be running a competition for people to basically submit their documentation of their journey so far. So that could be, a compilation of different video snips of you working on stuff, of you feeling stressed, of you figuring it out and getting solutions, you talking to the team, and just making that a part of our journey. And then we will be putting that in our marketing content to help just let people know that these are real people. It's not an impossible thing that you're doing. It's actually very, very possible, and making it relatable to other Black women who we are so eager to get into this industry.
yeah, absolutely. So just off the back of that as well, one of the things that we found is that the name XR sounds very intimidating to a lot of people. So you will be kind of pioneering that and becoming an influencer in this space where you'll be able to show that this is not an intimidating field to be in, and show the amazing work that you would have produced at the end of the 16 weeks as well. The competition is going to be a great prize. We haven't determined what the prize is yet, but it's going to be. We don't we play generous with our prizes. With the Black Coder Boot Camp, I believe the winner, well, not necessarily the winner, but the kind of highly voted student got a £400 Amazon voucher. So we are quite generous with it. So we would kind of see how that goes as we go along. Okay, so course content. Again, please send your questions in. But before we go into course content, I wanted to share some of the things that we would also be doing. So we're not just going to be learning and doing empowerment days. We also have social, so that there will be a level of rapport built with you and other students. There will also be mentors that you'll be allocated to, who you can ask questions, and you can have one-to-ones with them. And you also have the option as well to get a counselor. So I believe every single person is going to be entitled to 2 counseling sessions throughout the whole boot camp, because it's an intense boot camp. It might take a toll on your mental health. You might want to give up at some point. So that's why we want to provide that support as well. So yeah, when you do get the starter pack, if you would like to opt in to get counseling sessions, just let us know. Just kind of put it on the form that's going to be provided, and yeah, we would be able to facilitate that for you. Okay, over to you, Taryn.
Also, I've also got Suman Johal here today, who's going to be your education officer. I'll introduce this bit, and we really believe that immersive technology should be for everyone, and everyone should be able to access it, because it's not impossible, as Ian's very clearly stated. Even we've been teaching children, we've been teaching classes at STEAM House, at schools, and we've been doing like game sessions with little kids, and within a few days we've been able to get people very comfortable with Unity and being able to prototype and produce quite excellent kind of projects. And the opportunity is quite big at the moment. Unity is massive. I haven't got the exact figure, but somewhere between 60 and 70% of all mobile games and mobile 3D apps are produced using Unity, and a vast majority of the AR, VR apps that you'll see are kind of created in Unity as well. And it's very closely related to Instagram AR filters and Snapchat filters and that sort of stuff. So you will learn a little bit of how to create those as well. There's some, what you'll find is there's a lot of synergies with other related kind of industries that you'll be able to obviously bring to it. So I'll pass over to Suman now, and she'll be going over the course program.
Right. Thank you. Okay, as you can see on the delivery mode, we've discussed the kind of sessions that are going to be run, which will be 3 times a week, and each day will be 3 hours long. We're looking at approximately 15 to 16 weeks that the course will be running. So ideally, classroom time, you're going to have 9 hours a week. We would say that you support that learning with independent learning. So if you are able to, it would be great if you spent a few hours yourself after the session, just going over certain things that we've been teaching you. You'll have the teaching resources alongside to help you with that. So you'll always get some sort of support to kind of do the activities or the tasks independently yourselves after lesson. So again, yeah, I've been introduced as the course leader. My email will be available to you guys. If there's any issues at any point while you're in this boot camp and you're doing the course, then you can always drop me an email. And that's kind of not just technical support or something to do with the course. It also kind of is, I think we're all going to have times where we're kind of thinking, okay, this is too much and I need to stop, or I don't think I can finish this. But any kind of issues or apprehensions you might have, please feel free to give me an email and drop me an email to let me know what you're feeling. If there's extra support that's needed, I can organize that for you. Our main goal is that you're comfortable and you're confident in taking the course and completing it. And we want to help you basically do that, to start off on a point and get to the end of it.
Well, sorry, I'm not sure what's going on.
Sorry, just the slide that you were on, the content. Next one, that's it. Okay, the program timeline, you'll get copies of this, but it's just a brief outline of what we will be covering. You don't have to make notes on this, but it's just to show you that there is a structure to the course that will help build up your skills week by week. At the end of each week, the 3 sessions that have been running, you will be given material that you can actually recap or revise or use in your own time, just to go and practice on what you've just learned. But that is the breakdown that we've got. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of units that we will be covering. I'm not sure if you want us to go into detail with this, Taryn. I don't know if you want to jump in and try and say anything about the units, or should we leave that until we do the first session?
I mean, I think, yeah, you can leave that until the first session, but I think generally what you'll see here is that we've structured it so that we start off very simple and basic, so you don't feel too overwhelmed at the beginning, and we want to give you as much time as possible for you to feel comfortable with what it, grasping that that kind of a module. And we will give you a bit of lead time, and if you do need extra support, we're going to be around to kind of help you catch up on those modules as well.
Okay, the one thing that I would like to say is in the first week, we've put in introduction. So we are going to ease you into the course and just go more in depth about what the course will entail. But a big part of it is your actual personal project. We want you to have a personal project that you're going to develop, and that will be part of your portfolio, getting you work ready to show off what skill sets you've learned and what you can do with what you've learned. And that's going to be very individual to whichever field you're interested in. So that's what we're going to help you and push you with. And that's why we're going to introduce that in week 1, because as you're learning, in the back of your mind, I want you to keep thinking about, okay, I can develop this technology into the idea that I've got, say, in the medical sector or the hair and beauty sector. So everything feeds into what you want to work into and what you want this project to be for. So it is your portfolio that you're going to take away with us to show, prospect future employers of what you've created and what you're capable of. And that will be done in the last 3 weeks, where we start planning the projects with you. You execute it once you've got all the skills. and then we'll be presenting our projects to one another. And I think that'll be good because there's going to be 2 cohorts. Am I right in that? There's going to be 2 classes that we split all the kind of applicants into. And I'm sure it will be nice to see what the other class has been doing, as well as the class that you're in and your kind of peers that you've been working with. Again, it's just a breakdown of the units, but I really don't want anyone to kind of start reading and getting worried about the information there. We're going to be there every step of the way, and each unit that's delivered will be over 3 sessions, and we'll be providing you with all the help that you need. I think if we move on, yeah. So if you can have a look at after unit 11 are the 3 weeks that we plan to actually do your personal project. So the skills and everything that you learn, the technical knowledge, this is going to be kind of like the fruit of all your labor. It's going to be implemented in your personal projects that you create. And presentations we'll leave till last week, and also giving you some help and advice on certain job roles. And I think it might be good to actually get some prospect employers in to even look into the presentations. We'll try and organize something like that for those of you that are comfortable, and we could have something, I don't know, like a presentation day where we've got certain employers that are online, or if we've got the physical space and we're back to normal again, we can try and do something like that where you present your ideas to prospect employers. I think the dates are wrong on that, so ignore that, the schedule, because then we've kind of moved now. We are kind of starting in April, but I think the course would be from May, wouldn't it, until, was it September, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right, just some ideas for the personal project. So it would be great if you guys could start actually thinking about certain things now. So Taryn's put together some images just to kind of start your, I don't know, kind of thought process. So you can start brainstorming some ideas. There's, you know, you could look at how VR, AR could be used in the educational industry. You could look at it in medicine, even the armed forces. We've got hair and beauty. We've also got, I think, is that an old, is that a care home? Or is that people with dementia, Taryn? I can't quite tell. With this old second image along from the left.
Oh, care home, yeah.
Yeah, is that, yeah. So, I mean, the scope is immense now. It's not just something that, you know, you're seeing that gamers use. The kind of different industries that are tapping into this technology is immense. So it's whatever you think you want to create with this technology and what sector you want to work with. Right, Taryn, do you want to introduce people?
So we've got some really great trainers really on board, and we're very lucky to have, you know, there's not very many female trainers in Unity as well. We're very lucky to have one of them, and her name is Anna. And she's done, she's got a vast amount of experience in using Unity. She's self-taught. She's got a published project on the SideQuest App Store, and she's from a theatre background. So she's done stuff with motion capture and characters. So she's got a lot of experience there. Tiago, who's originally from Brazil, is one of our developers. He's taught at Brazilian universities, so he teaches game design and game development. He recently won a grant from Unreal to develop his own personal game. So he's got a lot of experience with Unity programming and that. And obviously our very own Suman Kaur, she's got over 15 years experience teaching in secondary and A-level education, art and design courses. So she's very good at managing courses and also getting people through, like, and supporting students. So we've got a fantastic team there. On the next slide, we've also got our support technicians. So we've got Marcus and Jeevan, who have been working, they've been working on our project for the last 2 years. So they've got a lot of experience, very supportive. They've also actually been through this program, because when they first came in, they had bits of 3D experience, but not specific VR experience. And we actually developed this 12-week program for our own sort of people who are coming in. As you can see, if you look into the industry, do a bit of research, you'll find that there's not very many people out there that, you know, are very comfortable with doing VR, AR stuff. And so that's one of the reasons why we've developed this. Myself, I've been using Unity for 10 years. And I've been using that within architectural practices and engineering practices. So I've done a lot of prototyping, a lot of different types of VR and AR projects. So the thing is, you're very lucky because you're not alone. you're going to have our support, to help you through this. So if you say, I need something for my project, you've got a team behind you, you've got a production team behind you. Because remember, when you're going to be going into these jobs, they're not going to expect you to do everything. You're going to be putting these projects together, and you'll have support team around you. So we're going to act like your support team and provide you with the materials that you need. On the next page, sorry, yeah, so this is the thing. We're going to be creating an online learning platform, and this is going to be a web page that you'll be able to go to. You'll be able to log in, you'll have a username and password, you'll have your own profile, you'll be able to kind of update your details. And this is just going to be very, very simple, very easy to use, nothing too complicated. And on one page, you'll get any latest information that you need, like the links for your Zoom lessons. Oyen and Laulu will have access to it as well, so they can update it as well. And what you'll also have is any course materials as well that you need. So every lesson, someone has very painstakingly put together lesson plans and lesson materials, like a proper teacher would, because she's a proper teacher, and put these materials together. So if you look on the next page, you see an idea. This is what you'll see on the page. So we've kept it very, very simple. Once you log in, you'll have access to your course materials, access to a members page where you'll be able to converse with each other. It'll have our contact details on there. And if you have any issues, you'll be able to come on here, find the latest bits of information, and you can communicate with us, and everything is in one place. So you're never ever wondering, where is the link, where is the material, where is the resources? We'll have it all here. We'll also have a shared Dropbox link, which will be on here, and you'll click on that and you'll be able to get the latest kind of folder for the assets that you need for that lesson. And if you look on the next page,
Can I just
sorry.
add? Sorry, yeah. Also, you're gonna get access to the Black Disruptor Slack channel as well,
Yeah.
where you get to speak to Taryn, Summon, myself, Lauli, anybody. And also, we haven't mentioned Milka. She's a project manager from the Neo Network side. You can speak to your mentors as well on demand, and you can arrange times with your mentors on demand and ask questions as well on demand. Because if I'm being honest, like my emails are not the most accessible. So if you just want to kind of get that quick response, we're gonna have a Slack channel. You're gonna get this all in your starter pack. That's gonna be sent over to you tomorrow. So over to you, back over to you.
Yeah. So Ian mentioned there about the mentors. So we've contacted various people in the industry who are related to in the industry. Obviously, all of our technicians will be there as well. So anytime you have a problem, and you will sometimes, even I have problems with Unity, we'll be able to kind of help you out straight away. And because it's kind of like a shared platform as well, you'll be learning from other people's queries as well. So you might have the same problems as somebody else, and we'll be able to help you. On this page here, we've kind of like detailed some of the potential jobs that you guys can be going for. Now, these jobs are really, there is a lot of jobs. There's massive demand for Unity developers, especially in VR and AR. There's that many tech startups at the moment, and they all need people who can come in and prototype in VR and AR. So you're seeing here, there's been a sharp rise in the last year for VR developers who know how to use Unity, who can work remotely from home. So you're seeing here, on the right hand side, 250 to 320 pounds a day is kind of like an average for a Unity developer working from home. And thing is, the other thing, what you got to remember with that is that that's somebody giving you a responsibility for a job to take over. So you might not be doing the whole VR experience. They might just want you to kind of take control over just one portion of the VR stuff. We just want you to handle the controller actions, or we want you to be able to kind of control the camera or control different things, and we just want you to work on that bit, and then your work will plug into their work. So and then we've also got like permanent roles. So on the top left, we've got Unity developer C#, and it doesn't say junior or senior, but you can tell that the salary progression is from 25k to 60k. So a junior would traditionally come in at 25k, and they would slowly progress. And the thing is, the more you work in teams and you work with seniors, or the more you learn yourself, that's the more advanced you will become, and you're as good as the projects that you work on. So that's why your project at the end is going to be very, very important. When you can demonstrate that I can set up a VR room, I can pick up things, I can interact with controllers, little buttons and other things, and I can set up a logic sequence of things that can happen. Then basically you're able to demonstrate that actually I can prototype your project, and you might even have your own projects or your own business ideas that you want to develop, and you'll be getting sort of, you've got us as consultants because we're basically VR consultants. So big engineering firms and big kind of architectural firms come to us for advice on how do we do VR. Yeah. And from 2 years ago, our main business has been just supporting other businesses and teaching them about VR. And that's why we're here teaching today. Yeah. So yeah, definitely have a look around, have a look on the different jobs on LinkedIn and Total Jobs, and just type in Unity developer so you can get an idea of what they're looking for, what type of projects are out there. And I'm, you know, I've obviously my CV is still listed on the web pages, even though I'm not actively looking for work, but I regularly get 2 to 3 phone calls a week, like with opportunities, and a lot of them remote as well. So obviously I've got kids as well and family, and it kind of suits me sometimes to be working remotely. So because Unity work can be done from anywhere, it lends itself really well to like the COVID, you know, to be fair, since COVID hit, we've been twice as busy. So that just gives you an idea. Since March hit, yeah, we were pretty chilled out before March last year. When March hit and it was COVID, everyone was looking for, actually, we can't get our customer to the environment, or we can't get our product to the customer. So the only way that we can do that is by using 3D and VR and these types of applications. So yeah.
So that the code is unfortunately wrong. Someone's asked how much space would I need to free up LOL on my MacBook Air on the slider. Someone's asked that question.
Okay, yeah. Generally, you'd probably need about for the Unity install, you're going to need about 5 gigabytes. But then for your project work and stuff like that, I would maybe allocate another 5 gigabytes. So 10 gigabytes in total should be enough. Yeah. And if you haven't got that space, then you need to either make some space or get a secondary external drive just to save your resources on. But the way that Unity projects work is it's just a folder on your hard drive, so you can actually move it around as well and still open it on another computer. So yeah, I'd say keep about 10 gigabytes if you can free.
Any other questions? Anyone, you can unmute yourself if you would like as well. By the way, I just wanted to kind of make it add as well. Normally for our boot camps, we have a demo day, which is what someone was talking about. So there will be a demo day, and it will be a big event where we would invite employers. You know, although it's, you know, it can be nerve-wracking for some people, it's always good practice in terms of knowing how to present to employers and to people in general. That might be physical. You'll be lucky if it is, or you'll be lucky if it's not physical, I guess. So yeah, we'll be having a demo day, and we also tend to have like an employer roundtable day as well, where we invite employers just to kind of share about the opportunities that they have with you. Your mentors again will be industry experts, people who are working in the space. So when you do get paired with a mentor, just make sure that you develop a really, you know, a good relationship with them, because from our other boot camps, what we found is that the good mentees have secured jobs quite quickly with their mentors' organizations. So yeah, so it's something to keep in mind whilst you're learning as well.
Yeah, I was just going to add there, you know, one thing I forgot to mention on the jobs page is that Facebook, I mean, I was just telling Oyen and Lal just before this, they've just released, you know, they've got 713 vacancies for AR, VR candidates. And, you know, and they're looking to fill their ranks, but obviously they want diverse teams, people with different experience from different backgrounds. So the opportunity is very real, and, you know, yeah. The big demand at the moment for Unity developers. They actually can't get enough Unity developers in this country. There's a lot of people working remotely from abroad, and even us ourselves. I mean, we were using Thiago, and he was in Brazil at the time. You know, yeah, definitely, there's a lot of opportunity there for Unity developers at the moment.
Awesome. Is there any other questions, people? If you want to unmute your mics, that's also okay as well. No. Okay.
I have a question. Good evening, afternoon. Sorry, my camera again. I don't know if it's. I'm gonna try it. Let's see.
That
No.
happens every day.
Oh, yay! I trust everybody's okay. So I just wanted to confirm. Are you saying that the first 2 months we're going to be doing it online, so there is no need to be in the physical? Is that correct?
So the first month till June, it will be physical.
Until June, okay.
Until June, yeah. Sorry, not physical, it will be virtual. And then we're gonna move physical after that point, yeah. The boot camp does begin on the 17th of May, so I'm guessing we transition into physical 17th of June.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No worries.
Hi, sorry. Can I ask a question? It's Rachel speaking.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, yeah. So after June or in June, it's going to move into like a physical space. But I'm just thinking in terms of my day job, I sometimes don't finish till close to 6 or 5:30. So then, say commuting into Birmingham, it'd be a bit of a challenge maybe to get there for 6. So is there any flexibility on that?
Whereabouts? How long would it take you here?
Oh, I'm in Warsaw.
Oh, you're in Warsaw, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, actually, it's over. Taryn is the best person.
Okay.
I think if you can, I think one thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be recording these sessions as well, so and making them available. So if you do miss the first kind of bits, then we can maybe catch you up. We're going to have a technician there as well, and then we're going to have lesson plans for each one. So I would say on those days, just make it an idea to see if you can leave work early.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell your employer that you're doing an evening course and that you need to leave early on those days. And I've done this as well when I was working and I was doing an evening course, learning extra skills. I just had to tell my employer and just say, look, I just need to leave 15 minutes early or half an hour early on this day. And then just try your best to get there at that time. And obviously, we'll always be there to support anyway, to catch you up and stuff. But I think jumping in after 15 minutes or half an hour, even 45 minutes might be a bit hard then to catch up very quickly with the class.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Awesome. Any other questions?
Sorry, yeah, I have one more. The headsets, is it something that will be used only when we're in the physical, or is it something that we can take home to if we're doing practice or work or what have you? How does that work?
Yeah, so you'll be able to take your headsets home to practice with you, because obviously, whilst you're kind of making stuff at home, you would need it. You need them.
Right.
We do, before you kind of start, we do have a technology agreement type of thing that we give to people who get the headsets, as well as who borrow or lend a laptop. So obviously the headsets you get to keep, but the laptops will just be lended if you need a laptop. If you don't need a laptop, then absolutely. So yeah, you can basically keep it. You just need to make sure it's safe, essentially.
Okay. And in regards to the laptops and everything, how does it go? Would we come in before we start on the 17th to have them, or we won't be needing them? Well, the headsets, we won't be needing it until we're in the physical.
You wouldn't need them until a month after, until 2 sessions, right? In Taryn, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so a month in, then we'll kind of need them, and we're using the Oculus Quest 2 headsets. Okay. So that's this headset here, and it comes with 2 controllers, and then you have a sort of you'll have a case like this. So I'm just going to kind of show you with the case, what the case looks like as well. So you have a sort of case like this, and then it kind of just fits into that case. So it's quite compact and small, really. But yeah, that's the devices that we're going to be using. But you won't need them until a month in. So once we've finished the kind of the fundamentals, and then we start to move into the VR setup, then we'll be ordering those and setting those up for you, and then you'll be able to take them home. And the whole idea is that actually you use them at home, use them with your kids, use them with your families, and you get used to that kind of platform and what's on there, and you'll get to test things out. And that's how you learn as well, by experiencing it. And then that'll give you kind of ideas for your own projects as well.
Perfect, thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions? I mean, if you have any questions, if you can email us on admin@neoenterprise.com. For now, we're going to create a specific email for the XR Bootcamp, just so that if you have any questions in the meantime, you can send them in. But you can email admin@neoenterprise.com if you have any questions in the week, and when you receive the starter pack as well. If you have any questions specifically about the course, someone has already put her email in, I believe. You can email someone. I'm gonna see if I can find someone. I don't know if you have your is it someone at taran3d.com? Is it? So you can email someone here.
She's posted it in the chat for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so you can email someone for any course related stuff in terms of fundamentals. I've had some questions over email about what type of language would you learn. It would be C# that you'll be learning to code in. It wouldn't be, someone said ask for C++. We're not doing C++, not in this stage. So C# only, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if you've ever done any JavaScript or Python or anything like that, you'd be very comfortable with the C#. I mean, it's a lot easier to use than the C++ and some of the other languages. So if you ever done any JavaScript or anything like that, or just basic kind of programming, but to be fair, we're going to be showing you most of this anyway from a beginner level, so you'll learn to kind of code. And then we'll show you how to access the API and how to control different things. And once you learn that concept, then you'll be able to pretty much get any system within Unity and say, oh, well, what controls does it have? And then, so we're going to try and teach you in that way. So yeah, but C# is a really nice, easy language to learn from what I've seen anyway.
Yeah, Karama, please ask again. No question.
Sorry. It was just in regards to the packs. Are they going to be physical packs that you're sending, or cool? Brilliant.
It will just be on via email. We believe in saving the trees.
Thank you.
Packaging is quite a lot during COVID. So yeah, it will literally be a digital pack. It won't be a physical one.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
I want to save as much paper as possible.
I think as well, we're going to be providing, so while you're going to have your week sessions as well, we're going to have our empowerment days every 2 weeks. But I think we're also going to be using those Saturdays to do kind of catch up, sort of like a surgery sort of thing. So if you need extra help, or you need or you're behind on certain something, or you didn't understand something, you can actually book a time with someone for Saturday, come in for 15-20 minutes, and then we can kind of help you with where you're having struggle. So we're trying not to let anyone get left behind. You've got all the support that you need, and it's our job to get you there, you know. So we're really kind of passionate about getting people kind of really comfortable with XR, getting them so they're really kind of comfortable with all the tools that they've got. And, you know, it's our job to kind of help you and support you, you know, whenever you have any issues with it.
Awesome. Great. Awesome. So it looks like we haven't got any more questions. Yeah, once you receive the pack, please, if you could fill in the next steps form, we'll get you onto the system. You're going to have access to the Slack through the pack as well. We'll send you the link through the pack. But yeah, we're excited to start the course in just under 2 weeks. And I can't wait to see how many things that you guys can create at the end of the program. If you are struggling with a project idea, here at NEO, we have different projects that we can help you with and brainstorm with you on. So yeah, excited to start this journey with you all. Awesome. All right, awesome. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll let you have your evenings back because you're probably not going to have much of that over the next 16 weeks. Have your evenings back and have a great evening. We will see you in the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All
See you
right.
soon.